Well guys, we had an incident at Home Depot with the bumper here. So you know what that means? What does it mean? No, time for a new bumper. This is how you get a new bumper, you just hit stuff. Oh jeez. Oh yeah. She's not popping up. This is what happens when you make a car out of plastic. So, we're getting a new bumper, guys. Aftermarket. Alrighty, YouTube, as you saw, we hit a pole in the Home Depot parking lot. We got some Amazon LED off-road lights straight from China. See how well these Chinese ones hold up before I spend the $2 grand to get the real lights. But at first I said let's spend $250 in Chinese, Amazon Chinese ones. So we'll let you know how those hold.
And then we got some rigid fog lights. So we didn't go cheap on the fog lights, just on the main lights.
So we're gonna get those put on.
This is the bumper.
I went to the junkyard, bought some connectors to have easy disconnect when the Chinese lights fail, and we need to wire up the expensive lights. So got those. We're gonna get these lights put on, so we snap the fingers and the lights will be on. We'll be ready to show you on the truck. Alrighty, YouTube, we're in the back warehouse. Got the trucks up on the lift. Now we got the lights mounted on the new bumper, our rigid spotlights, and those Amazon ones you saw earlier. We got them all wired up. We got our wires mocked up. Now we gotta get this factory bumper out of our way. So first step to ripping off the factory bumper is getting your factory skid plate unmounted. So we're gonna go ahead and take these bolts off the skid plate and get the skid plate out of the way. So let's get that out of the way. All right, next steps after taking the skid plate out of the way is taking these two 8mm bolts out of the wheel wells on both sides, and then you're gonna go up in here in this main wire harness here. You're gonna unplug the harness that goes to the bumper. I found that this connector is very a pain in the butt, but I figured it out. You gotta push here, push right here, and then slide this red clip back, and then you can pry this gray moving arm up out of the way, and it pushes the connector apart. Pain in the butt connector, but we got that out. Next step, we're gonna go ahead and take these 13mm, where are we looking here? These 13mm bolts holding the intercooler bracket in. Take those three out. Then we're gonna zip tie this cooler out of the way for the moment, and then we're gonna, once we get the bumper off, we're gonna put those back in. So let's go ahead and get those out of the way. Hey guys, three 18mm bolts holding the bumper on each side. Take those three out, and this is what happens. Your bumper with a dent from Home Depot never happened anymore. You just got a truck with no bumper. We cracked the grill a little bit. Not a little bit. Yeah, the new bumper will hide it. Alright, so now we got to transfer the stuff from this bumper to our new bumper. Sorry, before you actually get transferring, you gotta you can mount your cooler back up with the same bolts you had before, so you can get that back up. Then you can work on moving everything. But then we got to do some cutting with a grinder, but we'll show you that in a minute. Alrighty guys, so as you saw last, we put the intercooler back on. Got that all.
Oil cooler, not intercooler. Don't want them, the angry keyboard people going crazy in the comments.
Cosmetically, you can cut these lower skid plate mounts, but I'm not going to do it. But that's just cosmetic thing. So we're done here. So we're now just transferring our parking sensors and marker lights, which they sent us the bolts.
That's not a bolt.
Oh, sorry, nuts.
There you go.
Nuts for the marker lights, but for some reason they forgot the bolts. So we had to waste an hour going to Home Depot, and we accidentally spent $600 buying $4 bolts. because we bought some Milwaukee tools, and you know, you go to Home Depot, you accidentally buy everything. Tyler accidentally put it in a cart, so we're gonna get this all, and then pretty much just bolts right up. So we'll get it up there and show you the final project here. Alright, you two, after fighting this wiring harness for a little while, we figured it out that you run it behind nicely and neatly so your wires are nice and neat. This wire, once we get it on, it's just going up to your aux switches. We got the running lights from those 3 Amazon lights hooked to one of our marker lights. This harness will plug in. Your fog lights, we just came with a wiring harness, so we hooked that wiring harness right up. And it's ready to go on. Once we get it on, we just got 2 more wires to put. So lastly, before you put the bumper on, you're just gonna drill out this hole here to get the bigger bolts, which Tyler did not pick a large enough drill bit, so technical difficulties there, but you're just gonna drill like so right there and make that hole bigger to hold the bigger bolt. And your Tinnerman nuts, the directions don't show you this very well. These directions are awful. Your Tinnerman nuts go here, so when you bolt it to the truck, you're just gonna thread the 2 bolts through that mount there into those. And these grommets here, they don't explain in the directions that the little plastic things go in, and you can put them in the bumper in case you don't want the parking sensors. And now we'll get that hole drilled and we'll get it bolted on and show you how the lights look and show you the final look. Alrighty, YouTube, after fighting this bumper, we learned in the directions from ADD that when it says it's optional to cut the factory skid plate brackets off, it's not optional if you want the bumper to actually go on the truck. We fought the thing for an hour. Then we said, okay, we'll cut them off. Cut them off, goes right on. So do not think it's optional, but look at the beauty. Amazon lights got daytime running lights, ambers in the middle, wired up to the marker lights. Got the fog lights on. It looks pretty good. Let me show them out bright.
They're a little bright.
Let me turn on the Amazon hole. So we'll give you an update in a couple weeks here on how well the Amazon off-road lights are going. And as you can see, we got all our projects around the warehouse. Got the Boss F-150 to get fixed up. Got the hood. We got our jet ski in there to rebuild. A lot of projects around the shop, so make sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for a lot more videos. Oh hey, we decided that we didn't have enough light. An AKA from the Home Depot incident. We still had a little bit of showing from the pole incident. So we're gonna mount this little light here and no more pole hit. So here you go, guys.
And if you're wondering if this wasn't enough light, was it enough or no?
Well, it's never enough. You know, it's big or go home or no big.
Unlike the Bills.
Yeah. All right, so guys, here we go. Here's the light. We'll show you it lit up. Whoa! There's a light bar now. Or whatever you call this.
Yeah, it's a light bar.
$50. So, okay, so now we're now reviewing the Amazon off-road lights, which suck. Just to let you know, we'll show you right now. And we'll review these $50 AutoZone light bars. So.
And then you got the Ridgets. So you got three different things you're comparing here.
So let me, are the marker lights on? Or I gotta start?
Just put the headlights on. Or the running lights.
As you can see, from out the box, and they're fixed, it'll be such a pain in the butt. This little light there burns out. So you gotta have it on?
Push it one more time.
Alright, there she is. AutoZone light bar. Covering the crack. She does a pretty good job at that. So goal accomplished. And you know what to do. Stay on this channel to see us soup up this beauty. Bring her back to life. Fix her and treat her how she should have been. Not treat her like that. This is a very, very, very nice truck. This is a, I don't know if this one's nicer or this one's nicer. To be honest with you, I like that one better. But we got all kinds of projects, guys. We just need some subscribers.